Hello fight friends from all over the world. My name is Magomedov and I'm the organizer of Sparta Championship Fighting, Austria's biggest MMA organization. Today we are hosting a tournament together with Zwei here in beautiful Vienna. We're gonna have great fights and great show. Thank you all for your support. We can't wait to see you at the venue and see the fight.
Gentlemen, both know the rules. We're going to have a clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. You will obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Go back to your corners, come out fighting.
Big thanks to our sponsor, GNL. Brave Nation, you've got Lukasz Olech from Poland in black and Rasul Magomedov from Bahrain in gold.
And a main event of this magnitude needs a man of this magnitude. Your referee in the middle is the Vanilla Gorilla, Aaron Wallace. We are off and ready to go. And it's scary to think, Keurig, that Rasul Magomedov has only been a pro for 18 months. Already.
Rasul moving beautifully, side to side, forward and back. Nobody's quite sure where he's going to go next. Maybe not even him. Staying on the outside, out of danger, slipped in there momentarily. Didn't attack, but he learned something. He's doing reads, getting reads right now.
He's going to have to breach that space between the two fighters if he is to land. Obviously, Olech coming in at 6'6" has a distinct height and reach advantage. It's a big old leg kick from Olech.
Reads are everything at this point in the game at this high a level. Rasul is trying to get a read on what his opponent's going to do next. When he thinks he knows what's going to happen, he's going to take big advantage.
Your main event, oh, went low and came up high. Your main event of the evening is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds under the unified rules, inclusive of 12 to 6 elbows and implementing the new grounded opponent rule.
Little foot sweep attempt. These giants are over us right now. That knee was countered so beautifully with a takedown.
This is not where you want to be with Rasul Magomedov.
Rasul inside a closed guard, elbow just glancingly caught him in the temple.
And yes, we spoke about, oh, beautiful elbow.
Paid that one back.
We spoke about the submission threat posed by Lukasz Olech, but that submission threat is posed when he wins the takedown, when he takes the back, not when he is off his back like this.
Grinding with the elbow a little bit on the face. Nice little, yeah, very smart. Body then head. That head, good luck. We may see it again. Yep, body and head. Now maybe expect something a little bit different.
This is the methodical approach that we know from Rasul. Lands enough shots to keep himself honest en route to a finish. But watch out for those long limbs and levers of Olech.
Yeah. Knee shield in place. Got a good frame on the head in place. It does unfortunately leave the body open. You can take a few shots, but not a lot.
Midway point of round number 1. Needs to be wary of the triangle. That's a constant threat when you have somebody. Oh,
and he got kicked. Oh, he's rocked. He got hit hard in the head.
Watch out for the triangle.
It's going to take 5 to 10 seconds for that to completely wear off, or if your name is Rasul Magomedov, about 1 second.
Rasul got rocked, bro. His powers of recovery speak to just what a supremely well-conditioned athlete he is.
And that, of course, is thanks to KHK MMA Team Bahrain, one of the best in the business. Under the direction of Eldar Eldarov, the super lightweight champion of Brave Combat Federation.
I'm one of the scariest men in the world. Nice shots from Rasul. Happy to work inside the guard. Watch out for, oh, another huge, that landed flush.
It did, he dropped down again. He's waiting for his consciousness to come back 100%, and it came back once again in 3 seconds this time.
But he's cut open. He has been cut open. I'm not sure if it's the nose or anywhere, if there's an impediment to the eye, which could then lead to issues with the vision. But look at the welt already under the left eye of Olech. Both these fighters are landing damaging shots, Carrick.
Yeah, as it turns out, having a giant kick you in the face causes damage.
Who would have thunk it? Still can't quite see where Rasul is bleeding from. But it's as if the shot never even happened. He went right back into landing grounding point. You could hear a pin drop right now purely because the air is thick with anticipation.
Yeah, anything could happen at any moment here. Another up kick, an explosive downward shot.
Watch out for the up kick. I think it could be, the blood could be coming from the mouth. Trying to smash pass. 30 seconds to go in round number 1. Rasul in top position, but Lukasz is proving that he is dangerous on bottom. I wasn't sure just how dangerous the submission threat was going to be, given that the majority of his submissions have come from the rear naked choke. All his submissions, rather, have come from the rear naked choke position.
Boom, nice shot to the head.
Should make a compelling argument. I'm not usually one to sit on the fence, but I do have a splinter in my backside because I am on the fence with this one.
I'm not, as you said, I can make the argument for both sides, but I thought the one for Rasul Magomedov was just a little bit more compelling. It was literally about 5 seconds in that bout total that he was affected by those 2 shots. The rest of the time, I thought he was winning every second of every minute. I see it as 10-9 for Rasul Magomedov, but that is a completely unofficial opinion only.
Round number 2 of a scheduled 3 here at our main event, Brave Combat Federation 90, in collaboration with Sparta CF. Phil Campbell, Carrick Jeunesse on the call.
Rasul again moving, doing good distance management. A little too close to that fence right now. He's gonna, that's it, walk back. Now he's where he wants to be.
Olech biting very heavy on that feint for the takedown. Trying to score a takedown of his own.
That's not smart. It won't work.
I was about to say, is it bravery or is that stupidity?
It's trying something that's not going to happen. Rasul doing a good job of keeping his opponent against the fence. If your opponent has better jiu-jitsu, better wrestling, better striking, you put them on the fence, they all go away.
Nice shots to the midsection here from Rasul Magomedov. Watch out for a big knee. Thought about the foot sweep there, the little tie trip. He's sneaking that leg underneath. Oh, beautiful, shelf the leg, beautiful takedown. I don't know why I'm surprised. This is what we expect. This is what Rasul Magomedov does.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and it was set up beautifully. He didn't simply do it. He waited for exactly the right moment. Touching the body. Soon going to go up to the head. There's a chance he'll try and trap that far arm. Back to the body. He looks like he's going to try and pass that half guard.
He felt like momentarily he was trying to set up a head arm triangle. He does have one win by way of head arm triangle. The other submission win coming by way of triangle choke. You can see the way he's trying to isolate that arm and just walk his hand up to isolate it. Then he'll try and pin his head to the mat in and around where the elbow is.
Yeah, looks he's trying to pass that half guard, but not getting himself in any potential trouble to do so.
Just sitting in the anchor position, ready to do some work. And Carrick, it must be said, this is undoubtedly the most dangerous opponent that Rasul Magomedov has faced in his professional career.
Rasul Magomedov is doing a very, very smart fight. He's grinding his opponent down, maintaining top position. not exposing himself to any danger.
And again, executing some wonderful MMA IQ. Drag your opponent who potentially struggled with the weight cut into the deepest of waters. And if these are deep waters, Rasul Magomedov is a shark.
Actually like these shots to the body. He's turning them in just a little bit, driving the fist in.
Yep.
More than you would think would ordinarily happen from top.
Olech's doing the right thing, though, trying to turn in towards his opponent. May try and get that knee free and reclaim guard. Early stanzas of a head arm triangle here, Carrick. Methodical work and pressure.
Yeah, the head's down on the mat, at least momentarily.
Oh, let go of it.
In order to finish with it, you'd have to clear that leg, and that alone is it's a big task.
Big, deep breaths being taken here by Olech.
Relatively uneventful round so far.
Relatively uneventful, but simultaneously very dominant for Rasul Magomedov.
100%. This is all day long a 10-9 fight. However, because there has been relatively little damage, Lukasz could, if he can pull something big off.
Yeah, he could steal the round.
Could steal a round. One elbow that slices open.
Referee Arm Wallace giving Rasul Magomedov every opportunity to work. Could you make the argument for a stand-up?
I would say Rasul is causing a little bit of damage. He's not trying to further his position, which is, I think, what I'd want to see him do right here. But yeah, I think he's doing enough to stay on top here. Chipping away at the body, keeping his opponent flat. There's a little more going on here than meets the eye. Bottom player wants to get onto his side with an underhook. That is being completely shut down. No chance of getting on the side, no chance of getting the underhook. So there's definitely position at play here, and there's a good number of shots coming down. Unquestionably, 10-9 for Rasul Magomedov.
And you have to take, excuse me, you have to take into consideration just how dangerous Olech is. Like, his submission threat is up there with some of the best in the world in the context of MMA. So for Rasul Magomedov to shut him down in such a clinical fashion, in and of itself, is wildly impressive.
Yeah, as I said, Lukasz Olech, right now, when he was on the last 2 minutes we saw there, he wanted to get onto his side, and he wanted to get an underhook. Without those, it's not a half guard. It's like half being mounted, and he was not able to do that in the least. Instead, he was pinned flat on his back, subject to lots of shots, had the beginnings of a submission threat. Very dominant round for Rasul Magomedov, who I believe is now ahead 20-18.
Yeah, real solid performance in that second round from Rasul Magomedov. Carrick, for the first time in his professional career, he is going to a third round. 5 stoppages in the very first round, 1 in the second. This is uncharted territory for this man.
You know, watch the fight play out on his face. See if he shows fatigue at all. See if you feel like his footwork is slowing down a little bit, like his reflexes are slowing down, like his hand speed is slowing down. Those are all signs of fatigue.
And saying that, Olech has only ever been to a third round once in his 6-fight career, that leading to a decision loss.
Nice body kick.
Once again, just that methodical. A big shot over the top from Rasul,
yeah.
And again.
Good read from Olech.
Used the big shot over the top to close the distance, score the takedown.
He's got a low underhook, probably gonna pull his opponent off the fence, try and connect those hands just at the top of the hamstrings. Nice throw by into a single, into a trip. Fantastic technique. God, that was beautiful.
He went one way, a little bit of a misdirect to shift his opponent's weight and momentum to where he genuinely wanted it.
That was beautiful. Now he's got his opponent on the fence. The guard is hugely limited up against the fence. Typically, in order to get any kind of a submission from bottom, you got to pop your hips out to the side. Jammed up against the fence, there's no side to go to.
May try and get the hooks in here from the back, but Olech's doing a great job of turtling up, making himself nice and compact.
Rasul in top turtle. He's got tons of weight on his opponent. May throw a knee into the leg there.
Oh, drag takedown. Side control right now.
Brave Nation, that is hard physically when it happens to you. It is also hard mentally. To believe you were almost all the way up there, your heart starts to soar, and then blam, you're right back down again. That is a tough thing mentally to have happen.
Now,
it is wearing emotionally and it is wearing physically.
Now, Rasul did something intentionally there. He was in the side control. He purposefully placed himself back into that half guard or that anchor position. How big are Olech's feet? You see them against the cage there?
Yeah, that man is a Sasquatch.
Well, you know what they say about men with big feet, Keurig? Big socks. Again, Rasul in that dominant anchor position.
Rasul thinking about freeing that leg. Posturing back, typically the posturing back, clearing the head would mean a couple of big shots are coming.
Could you call this a workman-like performance?
Yeah, I would call it a smart performance.
Yeah.
In the first round, took a few chances, took some damage from those up kicks, and now it is all Rasul Magomedov. Grinding his opponent down without any threats to himself.
Once again, taking the dominant position and really breaking his opponent's will, systematically breaking them down, not allowing them to mount any kind of offense, essentially the MMA equivalent of a fire blanket.
Posturing back now. Anytime you see those hips oh, we got a little beginning of no, and that guard was completely shut down. Rasul Magomedov wants to be in top half guard. He's not going to accept anything else, and he is getting it.
We are fast approaching the final minute. A landmark for Rasul Magomedov should he go to the judges the first time in his professional career. So many positives to be taken from this fight. Nice re-guard.
Yeah, good re-guard. Got an elevator in there. Gave it up.
An elevator, where I come from, we call it a lift.
Had a lift with that foot. That's a good term for it as well.
Thank you. Inside the final minute of the round, can Magomedov do something definitive just to really put an exclamation point on the round? Undoubtedly cruising his way to a decision win. Money in the bank, gaining invaluable experience in the context of professional MMA.
Doing a good job using his head as a third limb, as a third hand. Bang, little shot to the side of the head. Short time now. That's 10 seconds.
Yep. I don't think we're going to see a sporadic burst. More intelligent. Another big up kick from Olech.
Kick.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Ends.
I don't think there can be any disagreement that we're looking at a decision win for Rasul Magomedov. And like I say, so many positives to be taken from it. If I'm being hypercritical, because we're used to seeing him finish, I would say there was something that he didn't quite look himself in the course of those 3 rounds, but that's because I think we've been treated to some outstanding finishes from the fighter. But again, that's only if I'm purposefully being hypercritical.
Yeah, I thought Rasul Magomedov was maybe a little too aggressive in that first round. Caught a couple of huge shots from bottom. Elephant level power would have put out most fighters we've ever seen in Brave Combat Federation, most fighters we've ever seen in mixed martial arts. Stayed standing, and he was a little bit more cautious in the second round. I'll be a little bit surprised if this is anything but 30-27. Big thanks to our sponsor, Bit Delta. God, that takedown was just beautiful. Lucas tried to elevate and crack! Huge shot up to the face. May have loosened a tooth. Certainly got the blood flowing. Now we see Rasul using that head very, very intelligently. Uses that head to push the head back, to push the arm across. See him standing, coming in behind, 1-1. Couple of jabs. And I believe, yes, this was the second takedown attempt. God, I love that. Trip from the back. Single to a body lock, to a back trip. Just beautiful takedown. As beautiful as it gets in this division. Posturing back, causing damage, and that was that. Peter Linga, make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Nandor Guelmino scores this bout 30-27. Jedal Turek scores it 30-27. And Marcin Klanowski scores it 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Rasul